If you want to have a great life, is it important to have great people in your life? Now, these are my puppy dogs, and obviously I love animals. But there are people who will try and pull you down. There are people who gossip about you, people who criticise you, people who tell you what you're doing is wrong. And why do we believe them? Why do we take on other people's opinions? Why do we take on other people's advice? Critical thinking surely is think for yourself. So, and I'll use an example with my puppy dogs. First of all, these are my two boys. And this is Bentley, he's a beautiful pit bull. And Aston, we don't really know. They're all rescue dogs, so we don't know what kind of dogs they are. But we were told you can't have 5 different breeds, you can't have 2 boys, you can't feed your dogs, there's all sorts of things that people tell us that we can't feed our dogs. I've got 5 very happy puppy dogs that live together beautifully. These 2 scrap every so often, and I asked the vet, why do dogs scrap? Why do they fight? And he said, because they're dogs. So I always ask the question, why do you have people in your life that don't add value? And if somebody's criticising you, gossiping about you, treating you badly, why would you have them in your life? And it could be your family, your partner, your friends. Surely a friend that treats you badly is not really your friend. So I always ask the question, if this person wasn't your partner, wasn't your family, wasn't supposedly a friend, would you have them in your life because they're treating you disrespectfully? And of course the answer is no. So that's one of the reasons I love my dogs, because they love me unconditionally. They treat me beautifully, but I treat them beautifully too. And look at this beautiful place they've got to play. They can climb and run, and they're on 20 acres, so they've got all this big area to run around on. And I'm sharing that with you because when you love somebody, isn't it natural and normal that you treat them beautifully, you treat them respectfully, and you want to look after them? And if you live in a family where people are treating you that way, that's awesome. If your partner's looking after you and is respectful of you and treats you beautifully, that's awesome. But if that's not the case, why do you put up with it? And of course, the reason I'm asking is so many people are unhappy, and so many people, I'm sure you've experienced it, they whinge, moan and complain about their family, they whinge, moan and complain about the people in their life, but they don't do anything about it. So I don't want my kids, for example, to live in a small house block and have to walk on a lead. So I designed my life so that I could bring them out to 20 acres so they can run around. Yesterday they ate rabbits and they chase each other, and they've got fresh air and sunshine and lots of space. But I do that because I love my kids, which is why I always ask parents, are you healthy, fit and strong? Do you have a career or business that you love? Are you financially free, and do you have great people in your life? Because if our kids can't experience that from us, how will they know that it's possible? If our kids don't have a living, breathing example of what life can be like, and there's another very personal question, if your children were to look at your life, would you want them to live your life? Would you want them to be as healthy, fit and strong as you? Would you want them to have the same career or business as you, or have the same attitude towards their career or business as you? Would you like them to have the same financial situation as you? And would you like them to be in the same relationships as you? A lot of people say to me, I do this for my kids. And I ask, is this how you want your kids to live their life? And if you're living your life the way you want to live it, of course you're an adult, you can do that. But I just want our kids to know that if they want to be healthy, fit and strong, if they do want to have a career or business that they love, if they want to be financially free, they can. So if you want to live your life to the max, as I always suggest, if you don't have unconditional love in your life, get yourself a rescue dog, or 4 or 5, and get unconditional love from people who will treat you beautifully. Don't try and there's another great quote. If you're chasing love, that's called stalking. Be a beautiful person so you attract beautiful people into your life so that you can live your life to the max. What do you reckon, puppy dogs? My beautiful kids, love you. Ha ha ha.